Okay, I guess we can get started on it then.
And I have the perfect name for it too.
Mm-hmm.
Garbage rant.
Garbage rant. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, garbage rant.
Since
So
we're talking about
yeah.
fact checking.
Yeah, dude, we were on our way over to McGregor and then we had to run over to Prairie for some stuff and I was sitting there and I was like on my phone and somebody posted on Facebook something about one of the things that Biden supposedly said. It was I don't work for you thing, and like instantly, like there was like three or four things saying, oh, this is taken out of context, fact check it and all that. And it's like, all right, why just fact check this when there's countless things that have been posted on Facebook about the Republican side that do not get fact checked, and it's fake, you know.
It is very one sided. The thing about fact checking also is it, quite a bit of the time as they'll be I'm just gonna make up a fake thing like today Joe Biden wore blue shoes and they'll be like fact check wrong, he wore yellow shoes, and it's like, well, I mean, okay, they got the color wrong, but he was wearing shoes. Like, I know that's a super basic bitch thing I just said right there, but there's a lot of that going on where it's like, well, I mean, it was 90% correct, but we're just going to call it wrong because there was like one part of what you just said that was incorrect.
Yeah, because like with what was posted, there was actually videos up of Biden yelling that at a person, saying, "I don't work for you." But then it's like, oh, people like posted or reposted on Facebook, and Facebook's like, no, no, that's actually not correct. That's not right at all. And it's like,
Yeah, that is the problem with fact checking is a lot of times you can go back and you actually see a video and they say exactly what people are saying this person said. Like, I can see it. It's right there. I can go look up this video and I have them saying exactly that. Like when Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. I'm sure someone fact checked that and said, well, that's not what he actually said. That's literally what he said.
and like, but like, I noticed like this fact checking is happening more and more. Not like it's happening with more than just political things. It's happening with other stuff as well, like just normal media in general. Like, yeah, for the
Well,
longest time, it was like the whole Democratic and Republican thing. That was a big one, but now it's just like certain media things in general. It's going on.
this is what I believe is what's going on is the media has reached the point now where people are no longer trust what they have to say because they lie through their teeth a lot. There's a lot of bullshit. There is really a lot of fake news out there. And so now they've made the term fact checking. So they're like, look it, we fact checked it. These are facts. Facts are true, always true, because they're trying to bring back some legit
Legitimacy.
legitimacy. Yes, if I can speak words to what they're saying, because people no longer believe what they have to say, because they do just straight out lie sometimes.
Because like after I saw that, looks like I've been seeing it happen a lot, at least on Facebook. I haven't really seen it on much of any other social media that I'm a part of. But like I finally had enough of it, and like I clicked on it, like to go to their quote unquote page, and it says, "Oh, was this information helpful?" And I'm like, no. And then they wanted like they had a list of reasons why, and they had like a special area where you could just add your own comment. And I posted, I'm like, hey, you know, if you're gonna fact check things, you really shouldn't be biased towards one particular, or you shouldn't side with one particular group. If you're gonna fact check everything. I know Facebook is a democratic media platform, but if you're going to fact check things that get posted about the Democrats, fact check things that get posted about Republicans, or like both sides of whatever media story that you guys are like, oh hey, this is taken out of context, this wasn't accurate, so get your shit
It's it,
together.
it's just an attempt to gatekeep. They want to control what kind of information people are seeing. Because the internet essentially destroyed the old gatekeeping system, which was you had channels like 2, 7, and 9, and that was where you got all of your information from.
Yeah.
The internet came along, the internet's like, hey, these guys are full of shit. And now they've just been spending the last 20 years trying to put the genie back in the bottle, trying to set up, trying to gatekeep again, control what people see and hear, because it gives them a lot of power.
But it's still just, it bugs the ever living hell out of me, because social media platforms should be unbiased. They should not be taking certain sides, because social media
this is where the publisher versus platform argument comes into play.
yeah, because like social media should be a place where you can post whatever you want and not be judged for it or fact checked on it or whatever. Because like it's like there's been times where I've posted things that I've found funny, and like I know it's a complete joke and a total lie, and I'll get fact checked for it, or people in general be like, "Hey, this is offensive," or "This ain't correct information. You shouldn't be posting this." And I'm like, "It's a joke. It's meant to be funny. It's not meant to be serious."
There's a reason why the phrase "the left can't meme" came around and became super popular, because the left can't take a joke.
I've noticed this.
If you've ever watched, if you make the mistake of watching any of the mainstream, like late night TV shows or like news type shows, where they're sitting there and they tell you the news, but they're making jokes in parentheses. It's pretty awful. It's pretty fucking cringy. It's like super cringy.
Yeah, and like honestly, like if people want to argue with me about this or call me out on it, I really don't care. But like, if people are gonna fact check things, it they both sides, whether it's political or just media related, both sides of the story should get fact checked.
No, only once that gets fact checked, because if it helps them win the president's election, then that's perfectly fine.
Because like I right now, if I wanted to, I could go on Facebook or whatever, and I could post like something that's a lie about a Democratic Party and a Republican Party, and only one of them will get fact checked. Only one. And I guarantee you it won't be the Republic side. So like I strongly feel that social media should remain unbiased. They should not take any sides, because people use social media to vent and let out frustration most of the time nowadays and express their opinions and beliefs. Well, when that stuff starts getting fact checked, then it kind of, takes away from their belief.
Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Let everyone talk about what they want to talk about.
Exactly. But like I'm just sick and tired of this fact check bullshit.
They go beyond fact checking though. They'll just straight out remove videos. YouTube's been on the warpath lately about removing videos involving the elections here in the United States.
Oh, and I guarantee you,
like there were channels, there were thousands of channels that were just yeeted. They just disappeared from YouTube because people were saying the wrong things about the election. They were essentially just giving their opinion about what they thought was going on, and YouTube's just like, nope.
Nope,
these guys are gone now.
I bet you anything this little short rant of mine, it'll probably get flagged. I guarantee
Oh,
it.
I'm sure you'll get a little message thing up there talking about how, as of December 8th, the states have certified the presidential election with Joe Biden as the president-elect. Yeah, because we just mentioned the election.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
just the fact that that word was in there, like the YouTube bots are going to see that and be like, "Whoa, they're talking about the election. We better put that up there."
Yep. And even though like it was only mentioned like just now, it was only brought up. Other than that, I have not really said anything about or discussed anything.
But let's be honest. This is where the fact checking essentially goes. Like this is a big part of the fact checking is they're going after anything that's remotely right wing and essentially being like, nope, nope. Like I said, with the example of Joe Biden's shoes, conservatives might say something. They're like, fact check this, conservatives are wrong. The shoes were yellow, not blue. And it's just like, okay. I mean, like they were right that he was wearing shoes. Like, I mean, the color's not that big of a deal. You're arguing over a very minor point, and they'll just fact check it wrong.
Yep.
I especially hate that when they say fact check mostly false, and then it's just like, okay, well that's interesting. What part of that was true? And it's the thing that was actually important, and then it's everything else that they were just calling false with some statements.
But
it's just gatekeeping. Like I said, the whole fact check thing is just an attempt to gatekeep and control what kind of information people are getting a hold of.
yeah, but I'm sick. I'm sick of seeing it. Like all the fact checking, like, and sometimes like fact check gets done on like there was one time one of my friends posted like a cooking recipe, and it was supposed to just be a joke type of recipe, and it got fact checked.
Of course it did.
Like, nope, this is mostly false. And it's like, it's a goddamn joke. Like, seriously.
The left can't meme.
Like, just lay off on the fact check. I understand it was a big thing when like politics really got heated on social media, but now it's dying down for another 4 years.
The thing is when the left does meme, they just steal right-wing memes.
Yeah.
And then they're like, look, we're so smart. We made such a great meme. It's like, no, you didn't. You just took someone else's meme and just re-uploaded it and put like Biden's face on it or something. It's like, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, and most of the time I've come across some of that stuff, and it's not even funny.
Well, yeah, it's pretty cringy. It's pretty awful.
Yeah, so like, it's one of those things where we're like, well, no, hard fucking pass.
Don't worry, someone will fact check it and be like, fact check false. In fact, the Democrats can make great memes. That's another problem with fact checking is like, there are definitely times I see a fact check. I'm like, this is literally just your opinion. There was no fact check actually made. It's just your opinion on what you think was correct. It wasn't actually fact checking anything. Those are the ones that really piss me off. Like, someone just gives their opinion, like, fact check false. I'm like, that was just their opinion on this thing.
Yeah, like, I'm just, I don't know, I'm just tired of seeing it. Cause like before, it used to be just like certain people would put up a fact check themselves, but now it's actually getting incorporated into certain social media platforms.
That's because they see it as a way to control what people see. If they put a fact check false on someone's article somewhere, people are going to be like, well, obviously there's no reason in reading this because they fact checked it as false.
Oh, and
like I said, it's gatekeeping. It's a way to control the information people see.
And you know that cause I think you've posted some things on Discord, but you know that one site that just like makes fake funny news? Well, you can't even post that on certain social media sites because they will flag it and
say the name of any of these websites that make the fake right wing like joke articles. Because
but like you can't post any of that stuff anymore on social media because it'll get flagged, and then like at least with Facebook, I did it I think once, and Facebook will threaten you to be like, hey, you need to take this video or this article down or this post down because it's fake, it's not real. and people are getting offended by it, and if you don't take it down, we're gonna throw you in Facebook jail. And it's like
They
it's
all do it. Twitter does the same thing. Twitter essentially just blacklists people.
yeah,
Like your account will still be there, but no one will see your content. It's
and
pretty
and
disgusting.
like the thing is like a lot of the times when I see that stuff get posted on Facebook, it says right there before you even click on it, fake, not real, joke,
At
whatever.
least, the worst, the thing is that you're complaining about. It's probably the least horrendous of the big media sites, though. Like I said, Twitter will just let you put it up, but no one will ever see it because it gets blacklisted. YouTube will literally just destroy your channel if you say the wrong thing
Yeah.
without any explanation. Like, because the whole thing is, you're supposed to get 3 strikes on YouTube.
Yep.
They won't even give people 3 strikes. They're just like, oh, you said this thing. It was too spicy. We don't like what you said, and they'll just end your channel. It just disappears off the internet. It just disappears off YouTube, never to be seen again. It's just gone.
And that's why, for a lot of things that I've been recording lately, I've been avoiding saying certain things.
Oh, everyone does. If you ever watch Tim Pool, there are literally words he cannot say. Like there's a man's name that you can literally not say on YouTube because if you say his name, your channel's instantly just gone.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Yep, you cannot say Voldemort's name.
but
Like it's been confirmed. There have been multiple channels that have just disappeared because they said this man's name off YouTube.
but
Yeah, you can't say Voldemort's name. It's very messed up.
yeah, like there's several names that you aren't allowed to say on many social media platforms.
Like I said, it's all part of the gatekeeping. That's what this whole fact check thing is. It's just a way to control the information that people see.
Yeah, and I hope as time goes on, it'll die down a little bit because I'm just tired of coming across like every other post I see on Facebook or wherever. It's like, oh, fact check. And it's like, no, I'm tired of seeing that shit. Or maybe I should just tell my friends to stop like posting crap like that. But I feel a little bit better now that I got that off my chest.
I have
Like,
a great comment from someone here that essentially sums this up. If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it. The lie can be maintained only for such time as the state can shield the people from the political, economic, and or military consequences of the lie. It thus becomes vitally important for the state to use all of its powers to repress dissent, for the truth is the mortal enemy of the lie, and thus, by extension, the truth is the greatest enemy of the state. And that was Joseph Goebbels on The
oh,
Big Lie.
that
You know
sums
who
it up.
Joseph Goebbels is?
I've heard of him.
He was a Nazi. He was in charge of the propaganda for the Nazis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The scary part is that it's not even the state. It's literally just big tech is just giving everybody the big lie.
Yeah, and it kind of seems like nowadays, it like people say, oh, government's in charge. Yeah, but big tech is filtering and cycling through things that shouldn't be seen and or shouldn't be
Like I said,
shown.
you can essentially just say this statement, replace the state with big tech, and it's the same goddamn thing.
Yeah,
Big
exactly.
tech just controls the flow of information. And if they want to tell the big lie, they can, and people believe it because why would all these big companies lie to us?
Right. But yeah, I feel a bit better.
Is what they
And
would say.
like this has been bugging me for a while, and I'm glad I'm gonna be getting this out there because I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels the same.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people. This is why you see all these alternate like tech websites starting to blow up.
Yeah.
Like people are trying to flee YouTube, and there definitely has like Gab, for instance. has
Oh,
really taken off as an alternate to Twitter because people are just like, this is ridiculous. They get censored so badly on Twitter they can't even speak.
yep, yep. That is very true. But I think we can wrap this up.
I mean, yeah, if you want to, not a problem.
This has been garbage rant. Yeah, fuck.
We'll see how long it is before we get removed.
Yes, we'll see this and hopefully find out soon.